Magandang araw po muli sa ating lahat. So, panibagong topic po ulit tayo, laws of exponents. So, i-review lang po natin yung laws of exponents kasi kailangan po natin yan para po i-guide or maging guide natin para sa pag-aaral ng um, simplifying expressions involving rational exponents. So, yung last na video ko po is all about the laws of exponents, which is these 7 laws here. So, yung first one is of course, alam na po natin yan that um, when we multiply two exponential expressions having the same base, so mapapansin nyo po pareho pong may base na A yung ating exponential expression. We simply copy that base, then we add exponents. This will still hold true for exponents which are rational in form. Number 2, ayan, we have the quotient of two rational exponential expressions having the same base again. And what we do is we simply copy the base, then we subtract the exponents starting with the exponent of the numerator. So we have m minus n. So ayan po. Then we have a power raised to another power. That means if a raised to m is raised to another power, which is n, we simply multiply the two exponents together. For number 4, ab or quantity ab raised to m is equivalent to a raised to mb raised to m. That means we are going to distribute the exponent. So parang i-distribute lang po natin yan. It is important to take note na yung exponent po ng A dito ay 1, tapos yung exponent naman po ng B ay 1. Kaya po pag multiply nyo, 1 times m, m pa rin po yun. Then 1 times m, m. For number 5, it is somewhat similar to number 4. Ang pagkakaiba lang po, meron tayong quotient dito sa loob ng parenthesis. So magdidistribute pa rin po tayo, a raised to m divided by b raised to m. Number 6 is a rule wherein any number raised to 0 is equivalent to 1. However, a should not be equivalent to 0. So that is the condition there. Kahit anong number po ang maging value ng a, basta ang exponent niya ay 0, the answer is equivalent to 1 with the exemption that a is not equal to 0. And of course, for number 7, we have a negative exponent wherein, in order to simplify, we have to take the reciprocal so that our numerator or the exponent of our base will become positive. So ayun po. Now, dito po sa pag-aaral natin ng simplifying expressions involving rational exponents, kailangan po nating i-master or at least man lang ay ma-familiarize ang ating mga sarili sa laws of or rule in adding, subtracting, or multiplying fractions. So mapapansin po ninyo sa lahat ng rules or sa lahat ng laws na pinag-aralan ninyo or present ko, there are only three operations na ginamit. That is, we are going to add, we are going to subtract, and we are going to multiply. Ayan po. Yun lang po. Wala nang iba. Now, let's proceed to our recall in addition, subtraction, and multiplication of fractions. So, rules in adding, subtracting, and multiplying fractions. First one, kung mapapansin po ninyo itong dalawa, pinagsama ko na po yung addition at saka subtraction. Why? Kasi po, they are ano, they have the same rule. Okay? Yung operation lang pinagkaiba. So the first one, in adding or subtracting similar fractions, so we have here the word similar fractions, we simply add the numerator and copy the denominator. Ayan. Sana po naalala nyo kung ano ibig sabihin ng similar fractions, anong ibig sabihin ng numerator, at saka kung ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng denominator. But for those who are not or nakalimutan na nagkaroon ng amnesia tungkol sa mga terms na ito, pag sinabi po natin similar fractions, these are fractions which has the same denominator. Regardless of their numerator, basta ang mahalaga, yung denominator niya, magkakapareho. Yung numerator po, kung matatandaan nyo po sa fraction, okay, we have here a fraction, a over b. A is our numerator and b is our denominator. So we should remember that. Then the second rule, in adding or subtracting the similar fractions, change them first to similar fractions before following the rule in adding or subtracting similar fractions. So, ang pinaka-essence po nito, pag dissimilar fractions po ang ating na-encounter, ibig sabihin, meron kang dalawang fractions pero magkaiba ang denominator, the number here, okay, you have to change them first to similar fractions bago ka mag-proceed sa addition or subtraction ng similar fractions, of course. Mamaya po magkakaroon tayo ng mga examples, so don't worry. Then number 3, we have multiplying fractions. And multiplying fractions, multiply the numerators, then multiply the denominators. Simplify your answer. So, dito po, wala pong pakialaman ang numerator at saka denominator. Hindi po tayo magko-cross multiply dito. Ang mangyayari po, yung numerator, i-multiply sa numerator. Denominator to the denominator. Okay? Wala pong numerator, denominator. Hindi po pwede yon. Tapos, it is also important that we simplify our answers. Because in mathematics, it is a convention na, it is by convention na yung sagot po natin is in its simplest form. Kasi mas madaling intindihin. Okay? Ganun po yun. Now, let's have our examples. So, babalik tayo niyan sa elementary. Okay. So, the first one, we have here similar fractions, 2/3 and 7/3. 2/3 and 7/3. We are going to add them up. Okay. So, ayon sa rule, we have to add the numerator and copy the denominator. So, if you are going to copy the denominator, okay, so ilagay na lang po natin dito yung ating solution, 3. So, common denominator po yan. Then, we simply add the numerators. 2 plus 7. Siyempre, 2 plus 7, dapat alam nyo na yan. That is equivalent to, sorry about that. Hindi pa pala yan yung final answer. Okay. So 2 plus 7 is equivalent to 9 divided by 3. And of course, we all know that 9 divided by 3 is equivalent to 3. Okay po. Para po sa mga ilan sa inyo or mangilan-ilan sa inyo na baka mamaya mapagkamalan nyo po ng 9/3 ay equivalent sa 3/9. Ayan. That is a big no. Okay? Hindi po equivalent ang 9/3 sa 3/9. Uulitin ko po, hindi po yan equivalent. Why? Kasi po, ang 9/3 or 9 divided by 3, pag ilalagay mo yan, or pag i-rewrite mo yan sa ganitong format, okay, Ayan. So, ilang 9 ang meron sa 3? Or ilang 3 meron sa 9? Sorry, baliktad. Ilang 3 meron sa 9? So, 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 3, you get 9. You subtract, we get 0. So, ayun, 3 nga. Pero, kapag 3 over 9, ayan, that is 3 divided by 9. Okay. 3 divided by 9. Ilang 9 meron sa 3? Obviously po, kapag whole numbers po ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, wala pong sagot dyan. But, we could have a fraction. So, ito po magiging continuous siya. But just to show you, 30 divided by 9 starts with 3. So, 3 times 9, you have 27. Sorry. Tama. Nalito na ako. Okay, so we have 3. So maglalagay ulit ng 0, 0, ayan. Continuous na po siya. So it will never end. May forever. Okay? May forever. Next. So ayun po. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section. After, syempre, watching the whole video and after subscribing, of course. And for number 2, our second example, again, we have a similar fraction here. The common denominator is 2. We copy the common denominator. Then, we add the exponent, the numerators. Sorry. So 5 plus 1. Of course, that will be equivalent to 5 plus 1 is 6. Divided by the common denominator, which is 2. Again, 6 divided by 2 is 3. That is the simplest form. But what if we are going to subtract? Okay? So, pag 5 over 2 minus 1 half. Ayan. We copy the base, the denominator. Then, we subtract. So, magso-subtract po tayo ng numerator. So, 5 minus 1 equals 4. Divided by 2. And the answer is 2. Ayan. So, next one. Ito na po, the similar fractions. Let's gawin po muna natin kung ano yung itinuturo sa elementary or itinuro sa amin ng elementary kami. I don't know kung ganun pa rin po yung pagtuturo sa inyo ng addition and subtraction of the similar fractions. But ito po yung yung kumbaga official, okay? So ang ginagawa po dito, we have to change the dissimilar fractions into similar fractions first by getting the least common denominator. So let us consider our denominators for our first example, 4 and 2. Okay. So what are the factors of 4? There are 2 sets of factors for 4, but we are going to make use of 2 times 2. Yan. Bakit po 2 times 2? Kasi po, pag 1 times 4, yung 4 meron pa pong ano yon. Yung meron pa siyang factor. Pwede pa siyang factorable ng 2 times 2. Whereas 2 times 2, ayan, pareho na po silang prime factor. Kaya wala na po kayong makukuhang iba aside from 1 and itself. Sa 2 naman, that is 2 times 1. Okay. Bakit ko pinaghiwalay yung 2 at saka 1 dito po sa bandang huli? The answer to that is, pinagtapat ko po yung magkapareho kasi po mas madaling makita kung ano nga ba yung least common na denominator natin. Okay? So we bring that down. So that is 2 times, bring it down, okay, 2 times, bring it down, ayan, 1 po yung nandyan sa column na yan. So 2 times 2 times 1. Hindi po ito 5. Okay, this is not equivalent to 5. Baka po mamaya i-add po ninyo yan. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 1 is still 4. So our least common denominator is 4. Ayan. Pagkatapos po nun, we are going to divide 4 by 4 in order to get our equivalent sa ating first factor, our first addend. Okay, so 4 divided by 4 is equivalent to 1. So division po yan. Okay, ilalagay ko lang po yung yung symbol ng division diyan. Then we are going to multiply that by 3. So multiplication yung susunod. So first step, we divide, then we multiply. So 4 divided by 4 is 1 times 3, that is, or that will give us 3. Plus, so plus po yung ating operation. 4 divided by 2, that will give us a 2 times 1. So 2 times 1, that will give us 2. So in other words, meron na po tayong similar fractions. We simply have to add our numerators. 3 plus 2 is 5 divided by 4. Ngayon, if you are going to ask me, sir, that is an improper fraction. Shall we simplify it to a mixed number? Yes, you may. Pero I could accept. Okay? Pwede ko pong tanggapin na ang sagot niyo ay 5 over 4. Bakit? Kasi po ang 5 over 4, ang 5 at saka 4 ay relatively prime. Ibig sabihin po, wala po silang common factor para ma-simplify pa. So 5 over 4 is already acceptable. Tatanggapin ko po yan. Pero kung gusto nyong yan, gawing mixed number, pwede rin po 1 and 1/4. Okay. So ayan. Okay, let's proceed to our next one. 2/5 minus 1/3. Again, we are going to make use of our denominators. Ang 5 po ay prime number, kaya po no choice po tayo but 1 and 5. So 1 times 5. Ganon din po ang 3, 1 times 3. Okay. So we bring that down. 1 times. Bring it down. 5 times. Bring it down. 3. We multiply everything. 1 times 5 times 3. That is equivalent to 15. So we have our common denominator, 15. 15 divided by 5. So 15 divided by 5, that will give us 3 times 2. So that will give us 6. Minus 15 divided by 3 gives us 5. 5 times 1 is still 5. Oh, sorry. Eraser. Okay. All right. Where were we? 5. Right? 15 divided by 5. Okay. Then, of course, 6 minus 5, that is equivalent to 1 over 15. Proper fraction na po yan. Okay? So, wala na po tayong problema dyan. Now, Meron pong during the past few months, I have been reading about this butterfly technique involving addition and subtraction of fractions. Um, mapa mapa similar or dissimilar, ginagamit yan. It's up to you kung gusto nyo pong gamitin. But I will show you kung ano po yung pros and cons ng butterfly technique na yan or butterfly method. Okay. So let me just erase. Wala pa dito. Anyway. Erase. So let's just erase this one. Anyway, kailangan lang po natin ay yung sagot. Para mag-clear lang po tayo or para magkaroon tayo ng space para sa susunod na na solution. Kailangan po talaga ganyan kahit sa real life. Kailangan mag-clear muna tayo ng space para po magkaroon ng panibago. Yan. Alisin muna yung past bago magkaroon ng present. Anyway. So here we go. Let us try. Ito muna nasa baba. Okay, pen. We have 2/5 minus 1/3. 2/5 minus 1/3. So ayon po sa butterfly method na yan, we are going to multiply this. Okay. And that. Ilalagay po natin yan sa numerator. Okay, so 2 times 3, that is 6. Okay. 5 times 1, that will give us 5. Okay, then we multiply 5 and 3 to give us 15. Then we add 6 and 5. So addition yan. So 6 plus 5, sorry. Subtraction pala yung ano natin, yung operation natin. I stand corrected. So 6 minus 5, that will give us 1. Siyempre, yung ano natin, 15. So 1/15. Butterfly method siya. Hindi po kagandahan yung aking pagkaka-draw ng butterfly, but I hope you understand. Okay? So 1/15. The same answer as we had earlier. Now, yan po yung kagandahan kapag yung denominators mo po ay relatively prime. Wala po silang common factor. However, paano naman po pag merong common factor? Just like our first example. 3/4 plus 1/2. Again, butterfly method is our choice. So we multiply. That will give us 6. Again, coincidentally. Then we have 4 times 1 gives us 4. Then multiply 4 and 2. That will give us 8. Okay, so dahil po addition yung ating operation, so 6 plus 4 is 10 divided by 8. Okay, question. Is that our final answer? Of course not. Yung 10 po kasi at saka 8, meron po siyang common factor. Okay? And both 10 and 8 could be divided by 2. So if you are going to divide 10 by 2, it will give us 5. And 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. So pretty much the same as our first answer. Now, yun po yung additional burden kapag butterfly method po yung ginamit. Although kung mapapansin po ninyo, parang mas compressed yung ating solution. Okay? But the essence is still the same. Anyway, kahit anong method po yung gamitin ninyo, it is all up to you. Sa mathematics naman po, kahit anong method po ang gamitin, basta wala po kayong nilalabag na rule, okay lang po yan. Next up, we have number 3. Multiplying fractions. Ito po yung pinakamadali actually. Kasi po, wala nga pong pakialaman ang numerator sa denominator. Bahala sila sa buhay nila. So, yung 3 times 2, we get 6. Okay. Let me just fix that for you. Would that be okay? Hindi kayo makakatanggi. So, we have 6 divided by 7 times 3, that's 21. 21. Both 6 and 21 is divisible by 3. So if you divide 6 by 3, you get 2. And 21 divided by 3, you get 7. Dito pa lang po sa given, kung mapapansin nyo po yung 3 at saka 3, pwede na pong mag-cancel yan. Ito po yung tinuturo ko o ginagamit ko palagi sa pagtuturo. Kapag meron kang numerator at saka denominator, doon pa lang sa given na common. Okay? Cancel mo na agad. Bakit? Kasi pinapaliit lang po natin yung numbers na ginagamit. Dito sa topic na to, mas maliit, mas maganda. Kasi nga, mas madali. Okay? Bahala na kayong mag-isip. Anyway, so yun yung essence. Nagka-cancel out po tayo ng common factors. Parang kino-contradict natin kanina yung sinasabi natin na walang pakialaman yung numerator sa denominator. But actually, nagkakaroon din po ng interaction yan or relationship kasi po nagka-cancel out po tayo. Nagsisimplify. Yun po yung justification. We are simplifying fractions. Next example. 21 divided by 8 times, or 21 over 8 times 4 over 7. Again, we would like to use smaller, lesser values of numbers. So we might as well simplify first our given. So yung 7 po at saka 21, pwede tayong mag-cancel out dyan. This one will give us 3. This one will give us 1. They are both divisible by 7. 4 and 8, both divisible by 4. So this will give us 1. This will give us 2. So multiply 3 times 1. That is 3. Then we have 2 times 1. That will give us 2. That's our final answer. Now, how do we apply that? Or pagkatapos natin i-review yung pagkahaba-habang mga rules na yan sa fractions, how do we simplify expressions involving rational exponents? I have only given you 2. I will only give you 2 examples simply because ayaw po natin ng malanobelang explanation sa YouTube or sa video. So, dalawa lang. Ililimit natin sa dalawa. But anyway, gaya nga po ng sabi ko kanina, kung ano po yung rules or laws of exponents, yun po yung gagamitin. Ang pinagkaiba lang ngayon, gagamit tayo ng fractions. Okay? So, dapat lang po marunong tayo mag-add, mag-subtract, at saka mag-multiply ng fractions. Which, of course, is diniscuss na po kanina. Or na-review natin kanina. But here we go. So we have here 2 expressions having rational exponents. We are going to multiply, as indicated by this symbol here. So we copy the base. The common base is b. Then we are going to add 3/5 plus, so new exponents po yan, kaya po medyo tinaas natin, plus 2/3. Ayan. Siyempre, magkakaroon tayo ng ano dyan, side solution. Hindi siya side dish. Side solution. So 3/5 plus 2/3. What do we do? So, gamitin natin yung butterfly method. Relatively prime naman yung ano. So 3 times 3, that will give us 9. 5 times 2 gives us 10. Multiply 5 and 3, you get 15. So add or copy. Then we add. So yun po yung ano natin. We add 9 and we add 9 and 10. So that is 19 over 15. So the final answer is b raised to 19 over 15. Ayan. Medyo ano lang, nakakaano lang yung mga numbers dyan. Next, for our second example, so magde-divide po tayo dito. We copy the numerator or the exponent. So the base, the common base. So yung a at saka a raised to, dahil po division yan, magsosubtract po tayo 1 minus 3 over 2 times x, and common base raised to 1/2 minus 3/5. Ayan. Siyempre, ipi-perform na natin yan. So 1/2 minus 3/2, or 1 minus 3 over 2 is negative 1/2. You could do that, yung solution po niyan sa sketch paper if you like. Then x raised to 1/2 minus 3/5. That will be 5 minus 6. That will be negative 1 all over 10. Ayan. So dahil po meron tayong negative na exponent dyan, we have to turn that into a positive. So we have to get our fraction, reciprocal. At dahil nga po parehong negative po yung exponents ng a at saka x, then we put them under one roof. One roof talaga. So 1/2, naging positive na po siya. Then x raised to 1 over 10. So that should do it. I hope meron kayong natutunan kahit konti. Please do not forget to subscribe. Tapos, click nyo na rin yung notification bell para kapag merong bagong video is may update po kayo kaagad. And please like. Thank you. And I'll see you in my next video.